This is a beginner's guide into Corpusomat, a free platform for effortless building and analyzing linguistic corpora. This video is a step-by-step guide into creating your own corpus. Let us assume that you are interested in the language of tourist guides and that you have collected a small sample of them. To create your tourist guide corpus, go to My Corpora and then New Corpus. Type in the name of your corpus and optionally its description. Next, choose the language of your corpus. Now you can choose what type of metadata information you want to provide for your corpus. This depends on your research aims and the composition of your corpus. For example, you may want to specify the title of each work and its publication date. Apart from the default options, you can also customize the metadata for your corpus. You can delete some categories, or you can just leave them blank. To add more metadata, press the pink plus button and type in the metadata label. Once this step is completed, click on the Create button. Now you need to add texts to your corpus. There are two ways to do that. First, you need to press the big pink plus button on the right-hand side of the screen. Now you can either upload texts from your local drive by clicking Add Files, or you can provide a link to your text and then press Download. Corpusomat will download and process this text automatically. You can now add or modify metadata of your texts. As you can see, Corpusomat will try to extract metadata from each file, but it will not always be possible. You can check out the documentation for more details. To add more texts, press the Add Files button again, or copy and paste another link in the search bar. Once you've added all your texts, press the Add button at the bottom of the page to compile the corpus. You will also be able to add more files at a later date. You will then be redirected back to the corpus control panel, while Corpusomat processes the added texts. You will be able to verify the status of each text by placing your cursor over this circle here. Yellow means that the text is being processed, gray that it is waiting to be processed, and green that its processing has been successfully completed. Once all the texts are processed, the status of the corpus will also switch from not ready to ready. Now that all the files have been processed correctly, the status of your corpus has switched to ready, and the control panel now displays some useful information about your corpus, such as the annotation layers and about particular texts, for example, some basic statistics. The total number of the files in your corpus is displayed here at the bottom of the list. At this stage, you can still change the name, description, and metadata schema for your corpus by clicking on the pencil button. At any point in time, you can add more texts to it, delete or download texts that are already in your corpus, or edit their metadata. You can also download the processed XML files by clicking on the Download Corpus Files button. By using the search function, you can find specific texts in your corpus. Finally, you can share your corpus with another user provided that they also have an account. You can give them full access or limit it to browsing only. You can also make the corpus publicly available by swiping the Public Corpus button to the right. Once your corpus is ready, you can start your analysis.